Hey guys, what's up? What's good? Yes, it's your boy Taki. I'm here hanging out chilling with Paul Way. Paul, what's up?
I'm great, man.
How's the weekend? I did like the first time we're doing it this week. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's always an amazing time having you with Paul. Trust me. How's the weekend, Paul?
Awesome for me, man.
Did you go out and vote?
Of course I did.
I think I saw your story. You rode the bicycle to the place, yeah? I mean, no, it's only a bicycle.
Electric scooter.
Okada, yes, one.
Electric scooter.
I thought they had banned Okada. Well, yeah, was I putting it far from your house?
No, actually, just in front of my estate gate, actually. So,
No,
yeah.
wow. But then you actually had an amazing.
Yeah, I had a great time. Of course, I'm very expectant. We're hopeful that, things turn around this time around. So, yeah.
Anyways, there's this stuff I want to believe nobody goes to work, but let me just try this. People were like, people want to vote as a way of having like meeting the other opposite sex and they're getting numbers. Did you do any of those stuff?
No.
If you're explaining it and they did that to you,
Nah.
come and cast him.
I'm showing them.
Come and cast him here.
I'm a married man.
Anyways, moving on from this one, we have on this conversation we're going to be talking about Olamide Burna Boy and WIZKID. I'm sure you guys are asking yourself what have these guys done gay. Obviously, it's not music, but they're not featuring themselves, no collaboration. So what have they done? You will know all of that in the bit. Moving on, we saw the elections. The presidential elections took place over the weekend. We had Bola Ahmed Tinubu that's talking about bad. We had Atiku articulated. They were the obedient, talking about Peter Obi Gregory, however, the Kwakwaso, and then the Sowore. But it's funny, like at the moment, yeah, we're having just four of them because looking like Sowore is not in the picture again at the time. But yeah, moving on, we saw where Banky W. Wellington lost his seat. This is actually a lot of persons actually sat on this one, like back in the way we just said. How do you feel about this one?
So I try as much as possible not to speak too much about politics, but for somebody like Banky W, who obviously we know and recognize to be one of the pioneers of the Afrobeats in Nigeria and of course in Africa and worldwide, of course from EME and also ties with WIZKID. So of course we have to put him in a conversation. So I feel sorry for him, obviously. I wish that he won, but these things are not determined by emotions, and obviously, the way the polity is in Nigeria, there's a certain party who everybody, they're just trying to lean towards,
True.
and sadly, Banky W does not belong to that category or to that party, and I want to say maybe that's why he lost. Because obviously the candidates who contested against him in that party, who literally almost everybody are just leaning towards, a lot of us we don't even know.
True.
You get?
True.
So that's it. I feel sad for him, but I think he should try again.
Yeah, and then the way it works is on the ballot paper. Yeah, you won't see a Banky.
Yeah, there's no Banky W photograph. Yes.
Yeah, it's just
yes.
party. So you just have to vote, and then like you said, people are leaning towards a particular party. Moving on, so where this person had this conversation saying, Burna Boy was calling down the video. I don't ever want to hear any freedom fighting patriotic song from you all after the election. Then it says, most especially you, Burna Boy, you've built a house on the hill of freedom fighting music. You all should forever shut up and sing the normal Nyash and Woman song. For this person actually coming from the place where he expected a lot from this person and didn't do anything. Like you said, we don't want to measure party and everything. But he had the Davido in the conversation. But we also saw Davido coming out to vote. So do you think it's been fair having Davido in that conversation?
Oh well, I didn't expect to hear Davido in that conversation because a lot of us did not expect David to be out. But interestingly, we saw him out, and that's also a very clear testament of the kind of person that he is. I remember the time his uncle contested for the gubernatorial seat in Osun State. We saw how he was very, very actively involved, and it was even during the time where he was grieving the loss of his son. He also still came out to support him, because at the end of the day, family is important, and then some of these things are regarded also important because he values his people, he values Nigerians, and also wants to identify with whatever it is that they're identifying with and struggling with. So he's a voice, if we have to say it that way. So I didn't think he was going to come out, and trust me, if he didn't come out, nobody would blame him for it, because everybody definitely understands his position. As for the rest of the other guys,
but then before you even move to those guys, still on the video now. Don't you think this person is coming from the place of, we saw the Osun State election where what he did here was what he did on election day. But election day is not what you do on election day is predicated on what you have done pre-election. So the way you campaign, the way you voiced out, the way you criticize people. So I don't think this person come from that place where we also the way Davido was on before the Oshun election. It was everywhere. Twitter posing, calling people, going out for rallies and all. Down to this presidential election, we've not heard the words. We don't know his candidates. We don't know who he's supporting. We just saw him coming out to vote. So don't think he's coming to say, you know what, should have just said something.
Yeah, I understand you, Daki, but I don't think that anybody would want to blame him for not speaking up. I believe that if the coast was clear, is as regards to how everything has been with him, the family and the loss of his child, and also planning a comeback. If the coast was clear, David would have spoken up. I know that David is that kind of person, is that kind of character, is that kind of man that will speak regardless of anything. But him not speaking up this time, I don't think I don't want to fault him for that.
Yeah, anyways, he doesn't want to fault Davido for that one. Moving on, but then good enough he came out to vote. But yeah, Davido is just one person in this conversation. We also have, according to him, we also have Olamide, we have BURNA Boy, we have WIZKID, who it's fair to say no attempts from these guys. Moving on, so WIZKID, BURNA Boy, more likely after he was being dragged, so he came out to say, let Nigerians decide though. I like Nigeria, no try any result magic. Now, do you think he's medicine after that?
Well, it's better late than never. It's better late than never. But then again, I think that he actually succumbed to the dragging and everything that came after him as regards what the people were saying, that listen, we're the ones who stream your music. These things also directly affect us. All right. If like my friend Majid would say, nah, country way good, now go stream music. You get me? So the people also have a say. They're your fans. They're the ones also going through, whether it's a hardship, whether it's the good times. They're first Nigerians, and then they are in this country as well. So for me, I feel that, but it might be medicine after that, but not. It's better late than never. You get me? So of course, then Dragon Wewe. So I don't know his state, but BURNA Boy is such an interesting figure. So so we never really can tell what's up from his side.
Anyways, moving on from just this happened like a few hours ago, a few minutes ago, where he actually had this one saying, I don't know why it's such a big deal to some Nigerians that I have not been vocal about the election. So personally, I don't have a candidate that I believe in. I have never supported any political party or candidate in my life before. Okay, because I don't want to make you vote and then blame me, when the person F up as usual. So that being said, I hope all votes count and the best man. Now, this is a twist to it here. So he's saying the reason why he doesn't talk about this thing pre-election and all is because obviously he's a figure. He's a very big figure. He has a very big voice. So if you're saying vote Victor, for instance, and then Victor goes there and F up, as Nigerians, we all have a way to say, Shibina Isime will vote this person. So do you think that's a good defense for himself?
So I think it will be fair for him, actually, because if you look at the political scope right now, there is a certain party that everybody they lean towards right now. And if he had come out to support a different candidate that is not, of the popular opinion that people should really support, it might actually be chaotic. So I think he's just trying to be very diplomatic here and not to say, I don't want you to go and vote for somebody because I'm endorsing that person, and all that stuff. And then these things also are very, very tricky. You don't want to get too emotional about it, because at the end of the day, these guys are also politicians, and they're going to do what they want to do, right? So his message is just like, I don't know why you guys are bashing me, but I'm not going to tell you to vote this person or vote that person in case it's up now. Now, when he talks and me send you now, you get that kind of thing. So he's just trying to distance himself from all of that, while also passing the message to say, listen, I care, whether it's true or not, I don't know. But he's just saying, I care about you guys. I care about whatever it is that's happening currently in Nigeria, but I don't want to be a part of the bulk of people who says, go and do for this person, and then the person no do normal. You can't blame me. So he's just trying to play safe.
Yeah, I know. BURNA Boy is trying to play safe coming from Paul. Moving on, we saw that he also had some story saying the person said, okay, I think this person actually had issues spelling or writing, but then I think the person meant there's a reason why you are the African giant we all look up to. So don't try to justify your reason of not being vocal in this election. Burna Boy replied saying, "It is who will show you who to vote you're looking for. Please look up to someone else." And then the lady still typing. But yeah, talking about that boy, I think now it became cruise and I'm moving up. So he had this one saying, then why did they sing about the country? Because we've seen him sing about Patakos where he had the suits and everything. He's saying, okay, no verse. I'm going to sing about China now, no para. Now, so at this point, yeah, you know, there are some situations we find ourselves in the country or as a people. Like you said, we are first Nigerian before we became any party, any partisan. You are Nigerian because you can't be you can't be a party name before, and so that what makes you or what make you qualify to vote for a person or a particular person because you are a Nigerian,
Right.
as it were.
Right.
So he's saying I feel like at some point people go through some certain difficult times and so to say it might not be too safe to use some jokes at the time. So Burna Boy catching cruise all of this, do you think it's him being insensitive at the time or should I just mute it and just get out?
For me, I feel like, you know, people are going to try to rile him up. And obviously, Burna Boy is going to put up a defense regardless. So Burna Boy is that kind of person who you will say something to and then Burna Boy will never like run away from,
True.
you know, these kind of conversations or, you know, just even stay silent. He will want to come at you. So I don't think that it's going to be very okay for us to classify it as just cruise. Burna Boy is just really airing how he feels, you know, and for him, it's just like, yo, you guys take it or leave it. There's also this posterity around Burna Boy because he feels like he's the African giant. He says he's the African giant. He calls himself the African giant. And some of us believe that he's the African giant. Whether you believe or not, I don't know. That's on you, you know. So he prides himself with that and that appendage. But I also feel like I want to agree with you a little bit because this is a very sensitive time. It's not the time for us to just go and be battering ourselves and, you know, using very silly banters and stuff like that. So, but I don't want to really like say that this is going to be one of that will be classified under insensitive banters. I just feel like it's just responding to whatever it is people are saying and just trying to get himself off people's back.
Get himself off people's back. That's talking about Burna Boy. Yeah, moving on from Burna Boy, like we said, we have two more persons on that list. The person you mentioned is a certain Ayo Balogun, talking about WIZKID Machala. WIZKID, you know, for Davido, even came out to vote. They only said he needed a pre-election. For Burna Boy, he posted after the election, so he did his own bits to it. But for WIZKID, no post, no pre-election, no post-election. Was in Ghana election day. His teams were posting and having good time for himself. For WIZKID, for the Nigerians, we're raging about that because WIZKID started from, according to him, Ojo Elegba, and then he went outside there. So Nigerian was your bedrock for all you did, and then now we're going through this time. The least you could do was do something that we could relate to. But then he was in Ghana having the fun of his life. What would you classify that to be?
Now, this is actually very serious because I feel like, yeah, there are two things you can do. Is either you stay quiet and stay quiet, or you come out and come out. I mean, example is Falz the bad guy. Falz the bad guy that's been very vocal. He's all out. He picked a side and stayed on that side. Now, because you understand that Nigerians are actually very sensitive people and the polity is heated. And of course, people are very agitated. And of course, what's going on right now in Nigeria is almost like a make or break situation. So it's almost very insensitive for you to be posting and, you know, on an election day where you know that Nigerians are literally like fighting for their lives, you know, because that's how the polity has been described. You know, I feel like it would have been a bit more like, you know, just some type of emotional intelligence to know that, this might not be the right time. Yes, I'm going to be here. You might care about them, but then of course just be able to show also that yes, I'm with you, but for some reason I might not be able to speak about the situation. But on the contrary, you're posting, your team is posting and then showing us that you're just balling literally. And I mean, I personally didn't feel good about it, but I mean, what do I know? I still love WIZKID. I love him. I have no doubt about that. But I just feel like in certain situations we have to also try as much as possible to be more sensitive. You know, this is a period where music should be flying up and down the whole place. But I know that a lot of record label companies and of course The whole music scope right now has been almost like grounded to a halt because Nigeria is going through a critical
True.
time.
Yeah.
So you see less music promotions. Shout out to my friend Majid who obviously has a banging song out right now, but just said to his team like, look, yo, you have to pause promotion because this is actually very sensitive. So those are people also who are taking this actually very serious. And if you want to stand with Nigerians, please stand with Nigerians. But if you don't want to stand with Nigerians, please do not incite or make people feel like you're not a part of them because they are emotional. You can't judge them less for being emotional because they're the ones who are your fans. They're the ones streaming your music. They're the ones who will come for your concert. They're the ones who will fight for you, and even create like a group, all the 30PGs and the
FC.
FCs and all of them. They're the ones who are rooting for you. So it'd be nice for you to stand with them. If you don't want to stand with them, please do not make it seem like you're not with them.
For WIZKID, yeah, that's a call to not just WIZKID, to everybody out there. Times like this, there's two things you could do. One, just not say anything and just be there. And if you must say anything, make sure you stand for somebody and let us know you are for this person. It makes a lot of sense than making it look like you don't care about this part of the world. We also have a certain Olamide who, to some persons, is believed to be affiliated to a party, as it were, and then he's also one person who did not make a comment or make a pre-post or a post-election or pre-election about the whole thing. For Lamde, you would also the difference is just the fact that for WIZKID, it was on the other end doing. We could see what he was doing. For Lamde, we're not seeing what he's doing, but he's also not posting. Is that a better approach to it?
Well, I think that's a better approach to it because at the end of the day, you can't really fault him. Yes, all these things are speculations, and that he belongs to a party, he belongs to a certain party, but you don't know that.
Sure.
If, for example, I'm an artist, for example, and if I get a job to do a political campaign for a politician, it's work. Does that make me a part of his party? Does that make me almost like a part of his campaign trail? Yeah, I mean, some people do things for work, but I think that an Olamide approach is a better approach. Like he didn't say anything, he didn't even tweet about anything. He just about minding his business and taking care of his boys, while taking the YBNL empire to greater heights. And congratulations to him for that. But I think that the Olamide approach should have been literally every other person's approach who is not fences. So it's just like you're not here, you're not there, so you don't get where you did. Just be quiet.
Yeah, talking about that for Lam, they will know it was in the US over the weekend where it
Right.
was at the Golden State Warrior game, the NBA
Right.
game. And
Yeah.
it was also awarded with an award with his three guys. And just like you said, it did not post any of that.
Mm.
It was not on the page, neither was it was on Fireboy's page, not on Shake's page.
Mhm.
So I think it was just them saying, this is not just time to post all
Right.
of that, so let's
Right.
be fair. But anyways, on that conversation is being like Paul always says for Nigeria, this is Nigerian fighting for their lives. Trust me, this is Nigerian fighting for their lives. Like I said earlier, we have the Tinubu, we have the Atiku, Peter Obi, Kwakwa Swansowore. And then these from Ghost Studios are all beats to it. I'm calling on INEC saying, INEC, please, let our votes count. Let's do the right thing so that
Yeah.
whoever wins that seat, we can be sure we voted for that person. So
Right.
we can live with
Right.
that. So the idea of that, even if the person doesn't do what we want, we can say we voted and we take our pain with our chest, not when we are imposed with somebody we don't want. So INEC, please do the right thing and let's all hope for the best. Paul, you have any words for them?
Well, I mean, Doctor has said everything. I hope that we understand that this is a very critical time for us as Nigerians, and for us in the entertainment space is also very important for us because if we have a country that works, the entertainment industry obviously will
Definitely.
benefit from it.
Yeah.
We've seen before politicians who have supported, the cost of the entertainment space and entertainment industry over time. I don't want to mention names, but of course, people, if you're very, very conversant with how Lagos works, and before it used to really be very, very good. And we want that level playing field for everybody. We want to be able to hold concerts, because government laws also can really affect, entertainment.
Sure.
And because right now we are almost like the biggest export of music right now. Afrobeat is doing wonders, and that's something for us to really celebrate. So we want a situation whereby we have a government that really supports our ideas, and we want to really be very sure that we'll be able to get the best out of this.
Yes, anyways, guys, this is where you join the conversation. Burna Boy, WIZKID, Olamide, and Davido. What do you think they should have done differently? But then, what are you applauding them for that they have done? For the Burna Boy has come out to make a difference. Or Davido came out to post. WIZKID was somewhere. Olamide hasn't said anything. What's the difference for them? And then, what do you think they should have done better? Let me see in the comment section. And then we'll catch you guys on the very, very, very next one. Stay safe, guys. And just remember, be careful.